Line up for the yellow cab 100 front row fast qualifier. P.J. Jones, a rookie in this event, alongside another rookie, Andy Michner. In the second row, Johnny Parsons, the veteran with 2 Silver Crown victories during his career, and Mike Bliss, who wins everything here at Raceway Park. The third row, Paige Jones and Tony Elliott. In row 4, Eric Gordon and Kenny Irwin Jr. The fifth row comprised of Russ Gamester and Bentley Warren. In row 6 on the inside, Rusty McClure, outside, a former champion Jimmy Sills. The seventh row, Wally Pankratz and Randy Tolsma. In the eighth row, Ron Schumann and Chuck Leary. Row 9 on the inside, Chuck Gurney, outside Gary Heber. The 10th row, inside, car number 7, Jack Runyon. Outside, there's the veteran George Snyder in 11. In the 11th row, Jack Hewitt in 63, David Steele in 88. And rounding out the field, it's Rocky Hodges and Kenneth Nichols in row 12. Andy Michner made a sprint car debut just a week ago, makes his Silver Crown debut this evening, and he grabs the lead at the start. This is a 60-lapper. The yellows will not count. And the youngster from Somerset, Michigan, leads the parade off the corner and down the backstretch. Look up, too wide through turn 2. But look at that, Michner out in front. And there is P.J. in second.
Being rookies, that's one thing they're going to have to remember. They got about 60 gallons of fuel behind them, and that's something that car weighs a lot more, and that's something they're not used to right now.
Yeah, it's a big problem for a lot of rookies. I don't think those two guys are having much trouble right now, though, as Michner really looks to be smooth and fast. PJ's following him, and of course the veteran Mike Bliss. All three of those guys kind of pulled away, and Page now makes it a foursome up there in that front group.
So the first 4 right together as Parsons, who started inside the second row, falling off just a bit. You can never count out Mike Bliss when you come to Indianapolis Raceway Park. He won this event last year. In fact, last year he won a midget, sprint, and Silver Crown race here. The first driver ever to do so in the same season. He's there in third position out of Milwaukee, Oregon. Spends his summers here in Indianapolis. He is in third as we take a look at the top 4. We have 2 Jones boys. They're going to be right together on the racetrack shortly, and Page can make this pass of Mike Bliss.
I made the point earlier that I think it's going to be very, very important to save your tires. Page Jones down to the bottom. That's not the best way to save your tires running down there. It'll be interesting to see. He's on Hoosiers. Mike Bliss right there, who I talked about being so smooth. He just slipped a little bit. He has good years on. So it's going to be interesting to see who wins this battle.
Guys, to both of you, strategy. Right there, you're talking about saving the tires. You said Page was not saving the tires. If you're Mike Bliss and there's a challenge, you let him go?
Well, I talk about Mike Bliss, and he just goes down in there, bonsais past PJ. PJ gets sideways. He's smoking the right rear. So, you know, everything I said goes out the window. Those guys aren't saving nothing, man. They're going for it.
Well,
yeah, but they got to remember,
boys are together. We didn't expect to be quite together like that.
You got to remember, too, that this is a 60-lap race, and these tires can run good right off the bat, but later on, when we get into like the 50-lap mark, you know, these guys might be loose, so you're sitting there seeing Paige Jones in the back there. He could be sitting there watching all these guys unfold and see what happens later.
There's the veteran Johnny Parsons in the 37 car being challenged by the youngster Kenny Irwin in the 23 car. That's a battle for 5th position. 6 laps now complete, working on lap number 7.
That car that Johnny Parsons is in there has been around for a while. A.J. Foyt bought that car on Tuesday, and I drove it on a Saturday in one of A.J. Foyt's own races, and he sold it the next Tuesday, and I guess I went along with the car because I've rented it for the last 2 years.
That's the car you won with, in fact, at Des Moines a couple of years ago, wasn't it?
No, actually, that was a brand new car. We had Wilkie Brothers put that together out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and we showed up, brand new car, and we ended up winning it. There goes Mike Bliss right there. I mean, that was a super pass. And like I said, nobody in front of him right there. He's got that patented.
Let's talk about confidence. Mike Bliss has won everything here. He's won 4 straight sprint car races. He comes in with the attitude, hey, I can win here. They can't beat me.
Well, that's exactly right. He knows he's got this place down pat, and he went right in past him and held the thing, you know, right up to the top.
Stevie, take us a ride.
Okay, we're riding here with Kenneth Nichols. You're going down the backstretch here. You run into turn 3, and you can see where the groove is right there. You move up a little bit high, and you want to point the car coming down because these walls come back at you pretty fast. Come down the front stretch here. You look ahead to make sure there's nothing in the corner, no trouble. You go back in the corner, you drift back up. Turn 2 here gets really tight, so you want to really get in the corner pretty easy and get a good run off the corner so you can go down. And like I said, that's a good way to pass. If you get in a little easier and get a good run off the corner, that's good for the slide job.
Is this the same groove for your Busch Grand National car?
Actually, it's a little different. We diamond it a little more. We got a little more weight in the V6 motor. We get in there and turn it right in the center. We make more of a diamond out of it than they do in the open wheel cars here.
Yeah, you try to keep your momentum up. This is a momentum racetrack in an open-wheel car. As Kenneth Nichols, we're watching him working there in the cockpit. He wanted to say hello to Mike Nowicki, who's back there working on the new midget for him after he crashed it here a couple of weeks ago. He said they've been working night and day trying to get that thing ready to go. They couldn't even get a come watch tonight.
Still a good battle between Parsons and Irwin. Irwin, the black and yellow 23 car, the red and black car of Parsons. Parsons won this event a few years ago. In fact, he's won here and at DuQuoin, Illinois for his 2 Silver Crown career wins.
I think JP's working pretty good right now. He's not getting too excited. He's not trying to work real hard as long as he can keep everybody in sight. Kenny Irwin, on the other hand, I think he'd like to get around him. He wants to catch up with those front runners. He doesn't want to get quite so far behind. But right now, he doesn't want to abuse the tire either.
That's a good race car, like I said. Johnny Parsons won his first Silver Crown race here, so he knows this racetrack. Maybe he's just sitting back being a little patient. For Kenny Irwin, like you said, this is his, 5th race now, and he's in there going hard at it.
Irwin likes to make that move on the inside, and that's where he was down there 1 and 2. Now he sneaks in behind Parsons through the corner. There's a look at your leader. You can see the gap now between 1st and 2nd. Andy Michener having a great ride in his debut in this series. The Jones boys running 3rd and 4th. PJ is 3rd in the blue and yellow 26. There's a look at Page in the 9 car.
Yep, all 4 of those guys up front. Bliss is, of course, running well. Michener, I know he's got to be very, very happy to be running Jack Steck's car as well as he is. Never haven't been in one of these things before. And here we're taking a look at George Snyder, who's, I don't know exactly where he's running back.
Near back of the pack. He's about 3rd from last. He had some difficulty in qualifying. Thought he could go a lot faster for the race, but so far he's 21st right now.
Actually, George told me that somebody put the gears in upside down when he qualified. That's the reason he had so much trouble qualifying, and he was really, oh, look at this, look at
Hang
this.
on, PJ. PJ almost lost it as he was going by Michener. Michener had a handful and an eyeful there.
Yeah, Michener did a good job just to stay out of the way because he could have gathered him up real easily and didn't do it. Just got on the brakes, kept the race car straight and let him go on by.
Tell you what, we're only 17 laps into the race, and it's unbelievable how far these 4 cars have pulled away from the rest of the field.
What kind of tires is PJ on this evening?
PJ's on, he's on Hoosiers. I think everybody in that top 4 is on Hoosiers except for Bliss. Bliss is on Goodyears.
Once again, we're working on lap number 18, and there is a look at Elliott in the orange car and Bentley Warren in the black 29. Bentley, who now not only drives the Super Modified, but also owns that Sandusky Raceway up in Sandusky, Ohio. He won an exhibition with the Super Modifieds here just a week ago.
Yeah, those things are really fast. Those things got around here in about 19 seconds, and boy, were they quick. Bentley's working real hard. He's, like you said, he's in Boston Louis Seymour's car. That's a 75 car. Jimmy Sills sneaking up there on the bottom of it, but couldn't get by.
Sills was victorious at the Indiana State Fairgrounds back in May. A former Silver Crown titleist out of Placerville, California. Also runs a driving school out in California for sprint cars.
Yeah, he said the driving school of his is going pretty well, as I think they are all over the country. I think more and more people are getting interested in the sport, and they want to see what it's really like.
Back to your leader. Your leader is Mike Bliss. He's completed 20 laps. This is a 60-lapper. So can Bliss continue his domination of Indianapolis Raceway Park? We'll find out.
Yeah, except when he does it, they use a ramp instead of somebody else's tire to go over.
I just used the fence last year when I tried that move.
And a midget. With a sudden stop, as I recall. Stevie Reeves here in the booth. As our race continues now, 24 laps complete. As you look at a battle between Kenny Irwin Jr. in that 23 car.
That's Andy Michener right in front of him, Gary. Andy Michener has slowed up considerably since the first of the race. I don't know. I think he's got a very severe push. Right there, he pushed up towards the wall, and Kenny Irwin just turned left, went right in under him, and now Johnny Parsons is right behind him in the 37 car, going to try to do the same thing.
Yeah, that might have been why he was so fast at the beginning of the race. He held all that fuel, but you know, with all that fuel load in there, makes the front end awful light. He might have got that right front tire hard or wore out a little bit working on it.
Let's watch him as he goes around here. I think you're going to see the right front even smoking. He's coming around here so hard. He's turning so hard, pushing so bad. The right front on that thing is smoking as he's coming off the corner.
We're not even halfway into this race yet, so that's going to tell you how big of importance tires are in this series.
We go back to the front of the pack on lap number 27, and look who's out in front. Is it any surprise that Mike Bliss is leading this thing? There are the Jones boys. That's Page on the right. That's PJ on the left. PJ was the fast qualifier. He started inside the front row. Page won a qualifying race. He was the 5th fastest qualifier and started in 5th position. They're battling right now for
second, third position here. That second, third. PJ is getting a little loose. You can see the back end of that thing as he gets into the corner. She's sliding out a little bit. I don't think that's going to be real good for that right rear tire as the race continues.
Well, you have one with a V6 and one with a V8.
Do you think they're racing for position or for family honors there?
Well, I don't know. Dad's here watching this evening. Parnelli is here as a spectator. As we go back, your leader now in traffic, starting the lapping process on lap 29. This is a 60 lap, the yellow cab feature, and look at the traffic in front of the leader.
Man, he's got a bunch of them to get through. It looks like a NASCAR freight train right there. And it's if he can just do it one at a time. But he's got to be careful because any one of those guys can take him out, and he knows that too.
Jack Runyon, the rookie this season in Silver Crown competition, is the first to be passed in that line of cars. And then right in front is the flying shoe, Ronnie Schumann. It's rare to see Ronnie Schumann this far back in the pack.
Well, that's exactly right. He usually runs a whole lot better than that. We got a car slowing down on the backstretch. Looks like getting ready to pull in.
Looks like Gary Gordon.
Looks like Gary Gordon. The 5 car of Wally Pancratz. He's also running around the bottom, running pretty slow. So we got guys falling out of this race here at the halfway mark.
Normally, attrition is not a major problem in a 60-lap event here. This is only, there's a look at Gordon right there. This is only the second year that they've used this format. Green flag is out. There are 5-lap cars between first and second. Here comes P.J. Jones on the inside, trying to get by those lap cars. Now only 2-lap cars between first and second. There are only 6 cars on the lead lap. That is P.J. on the inside, the yellow and blue car. P.J. had a great start. Now he goes by Rocky Hodges. Now there's nothing but daylight between first and second, but now only 4 laps to go. I think he's out of time.
Hey, there's a whole lot of daylight, about 10 or 12 car lengths worth of daylight, and that is a lot of time. Oh, look at him running sideways in there, too. He drove her on in there trying to catch him.
If that's 10 or 12 car lengths, those are long cars.
The V6s are a little easier on tires, but not driving them that way. Bliss has, got away from him a little bit. He had some lap traffic between him, and he's trying to catch him now.
Well, the gap, about the same as it was the last time by as the laps wind down now. Some 3 laps to go, and Bliss, we believe unofficially, will record his 8th here at Raceway Park. A couple of cars involved up in the first turn.
63. That was
Randy Tolsma.
That's 63. That is Jack Hewitt in the 63 car. The yellow flies once again here at Indianapolis Raceway Park. Jack out of Troy, Ohio, after winning 2 sprint car features in the same night last weekend. We're about to go green. The green flag is out. Wally Scherer turns them loose. And we look at Jones on the inside. Look at PJ. Oh, and he's all over the rear of Mike Bliss.
Bliss got a little bit sideways. I'm not sure whether he tapped him a little bit or not, but PJ is going to give him, I think he tapped him again right there.
We're going to see how much Mike Bliss has for luck tonight. He's already went through a little bit, but look at this. PJ's running in there.
Oh, he can't hold it. Oh, he's going to make it stick. Does he make it stick? Look at this, side by side off the corner, and Bliss hangs on.
Oh, my
Bliss
God.
hangs on to the high side. He kept the momentum up. Boy, you can't blink there. You're going to lose.
I can't believe either one of them got away with that. I can't believe PJ.
Kenny Irwin's running third. He might win this thing if they take each other out. We're going to look at the white flag, Stevie.
They're coming around for the white flag now. If PJ gets anywhere close, it's going to be just as exciting as, if not more than last time, because I've seen PJ and Page beat wheels like that on the last lap.
If Bliss can win this, we think it's his 8th victory here at Raceway Park. That would tie him with Rich Vogler for the most victories ever on this racetrack.
I'm going to tell you what, he deserves to win this thing because he's been holding his breath ever since he pulled up beside him in that last lap. Man, oh man.
There's the checkered flag, and Bliss wins another one. Can you believe that, Stevie? What a roll this kid is on.
I'll tell you what, ever since he showed up to IRP, he's just taking control of this place. There's something about IRP and Mike Bliss that just go together. He must have some relatives or something to help design this way back when.
Man, I mean, I'm not sure who was braver in that last incident in there. PJ was on the inside, so I got to tell you, Mike Bliss was really brave to hang in there, never give an inch, and boy, he's going to have to run into him if he's going to go around. And he held on
down through 15. Bliss, Jones, Parsons, Irwin Jr., and Sills coming home with the top. top 5, Tony Elliott, Ron Schumann, George Snyder, Randy Tolsma, and Chuck Gurney. A lot of big names didn't run well tonight. Jack Runyon, Wally Pankratz had trouble. Nichols, Hodges, and Warren also experiencing difficulties. And there's the rest of your top 20. The scramble at the top changes as Irwin moves to the top of the point table.